This DM dilemma almost starts out like a personal ad, to be honest. I just read the first line in my head and I was like, is this guy using us to try to find somebody?
Maybe.
DM dilemma, if you have advice, specifically if you're a girl today, because I have a feeling females are going to be able to help out Isaac way better than I am, at least.
Okay.
He writes, got any advice for a young guy starting his career? I've dated a few girls in the last year and a half since graduating college, and it always ends the same. A few weeks or months in, they dump me and say I don't seem like I'm interested in them. They say that I don't have enough time or don't text enough, and they don't have time to waste on someone who isn't interested in getting serious. Isaac says, I do want a serious relationship, but I have a demanding job and I'm genuinely busy. I try to make time for dating, but it's never enough. Am I missing something that will show girls that I'm interested, or should I just give up dating until I'm further along in my career? How does he make girls know that he is actually interested in them?
I don't know that I'm the best woman to give advice on this either, but I'm going to do my best.
Is it because he sounds like your dream guy who will just leave you alone for a while? Because he's busy with his career?
Yeah, I mean, that does sound like it could potentially be a good match, but I don't know how serious we'd be able to get. So I know, at least for me and a lot of my friends who are girls, we love a plan. Like, we love a guy who takes initiative. So maybe you're a little bit busier than the rest of the guys that are on her Tinder feed. But if you're the one who says, hey, let's go see this movie, I'm going to take you to dinner at this place. It doesn't even have to be that fancy if you don't want it to be, but take the initiative and make plans when you do have time. That way she knows you're interested and you really use that time wisely instead of just like, oh, shoot, let me get back to that text she sent, earlier this morning at the end of the day saying, yeah, my day was good. That's not going to convey a lot of interest. But if you take that initiative, make those plans, say, we're going to get coffee today, we're going to Costco today, that I think will show interest.
Wow, Costco date. Interesting.
Who doesn't love a Costco date?
Big baller. Got the Costco premium membership. We're going to go have some free samples. It's going to be hot.
I love it.
601-995-1017. I know I've been in this situation where I am genuinely interested in a girl, but she doesn't think that I am because I'm not interested 100% of the time. If that makes sense. Like, I have other interests, and whenever I'm delving into my other interests, somebody gets shuffled to the back burner until, I'm done with that. And I'm sure that's why I'm happily single and why it's good I'm happily single.
But I think if you're in Isaac's shoes where you do want that serious relationship, yeah, you might have other interests that you have to give 100% to, like his demanding job. But when you're not at work, when you're making time for that girl, give her 100%.
601-995-1017. Olivia says she thinks he needs to look at his priorities. I am curious what she means by that. Is it, just not have the priority of get into a relationship and set your priorities at work, or move your work priorities down and personal life up? I don't know.
I see, but both of those worry me because it's like, if he does have a demanding job, plenty of careers, the further you get, the more demanding it becomes. So I don't know that that's going to make for a good situation.
Trying to gather some advice for Isaac, who no matter how many girls he goes on dates with, they all end the same. After a couple weeks, couple months, they say, you just don't seem that interested in me, and they dump him. And he's like, I am really interested. I just have a demanding job, so I can't focus all my energy on finding this potential girlfriend, potential wife.
Adrian is feeling like this all may be a blessing in disguise because he's saying you got to find somebody who matches your ambition, communication style, and doesn't mind that your job takes up a lot of your time. This isn't impossible to find someone, but it is going to require a level of honesty that you may not be comfortable giving right now. So maybe you got to work on that before you can find Mrs. Right.
Desiree texted us and said, I think adding a little bit of grand gestures, which I love you, Desiree, but that sounds like an oxymoron to me. Little bit and grand gesture.
Well, I think she means like the occasional grand gesture, like not all the time, but maybe like once towards the beginning of a relationship to show the interest.
Desiree goes on to say, if you are unavailable, show her that you are on her mind, or show her that she is on your mind, send her flowers every once in a while. Send a thinking of you text or something to show that you care. So there's some advice. I didn't think that we would really get guys offering advice, but Ryan, you're here and you have some really good advice for Isaac, what he should do going forward, looking for a significant other. Go ahead, Ryan. What do you think?
I think he should probably redirect where he's looking and maybe look for a girl who's also career oriented. They'll probably have more in common and their time constraints may be similar, and it may work out a little better that way.
So it almost sounds like your advice is date a coworker, which is not always good advice, but maybe in this situation?
I don't know that I would say coworker. Maybe similar profession or
competitor. A competitor. Thank you.
Whatever works.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you so much for the call, Ryan. You have a great rest of your Thursday.
You guys too.
All right, see ya. Y101 morning. Is this Brooke, perchance?
No, baby.
Oh,
it's
Mildred. Of course.
Mildred.
How could I be mistaken? Mildred's here. So Mildred, if you're on a date with Ryan, you've been seeing, or if not with Ryan, with Isaac, you've been seeing Isaac for a couple weeks and you just don't feel like he's that interested in you, how could Isaac show you that Mildred, you are the woman for him?
He can start with calling me baby because I am single, and I could use a sugar baby.
Oh, okay. But did you miss the part about how he does give as much attention as he can to these potential girls, but he's real busy with work. So what if he's too busy to call you, Mildred?
Oh, if he's too busy, he needs to find a trucker's wife. Yeah, or an offshore oil rigsman or something like that, baby, because he's got all the time for that.
I see what you're saying. So he's kind of emotionally unavailable, needs to find somebody who is also emotionally unavailable. Mildred, we've heard before that you are the widow. Your husband, you have a late husband. Yes. Was he a truck driver or an oil rig guy?
No, baby. I kept him on lockdown.
All right, Mildred, you have a great rest of your day.
Okay, sugar. Y'all be good. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sugar. All right. I love Mildred.
Oh, the grandma of the show.
Mildred.